Hey Simmers! I'm finally back with another speed build. I needed to take a small break and I took it. I kind of ran out of creativity and ideas that. So, we're building in one of the apartments in the lifestyle um, apartments. This is just after the industrial loft kit came out, so I used a lot of those items. For this, I decided it's a one bedroom, one bath. It has a laundry day stuff in it. I also used items from the interior design package. I kind of wanted to make it feel kind of industrial and stuff like that. That's why we have these pipings going across the roof. I actually think these items actually kind of light. You'll see me switching the colors for the piping. I decided to use this item as well. Kind of make it the piping that provides water for the apartment. Here's where I'm putting the laundry day stuff in. I decided to use the base counters that kind of fit with this whole set. I decided to uh, build the kitchen. Here's me just adjusting the walls. I eventually take the cabinets out. I didn't like how it was looking, especially when I decided to add the tops to the um, oven and stove. Yes, I'm using the ones. I actually love those. You can do tiny houses with them. I was trying to get it so it fit, and then I'm like, no, those don't work there. Try to fit. I was trying to figure out which fridge kind of fit the vibe I was going for in here. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of turning around and all that. I decided, as you can see, I rearranged the kitchen a little bit. I decided to stick these pots and pans and kind of reverse the stove and oven thing. I should have edited most of that turning, but I just left it in. I kind of left it in because I felt like it. I didn't edit all the turning and that out of this. As you can see, I'm trying to use as much. I tried to use as much. The only thing I don't think I used was the wall decoration, the gear thing. I didn't feel it fit into the vibe I was going for. So here I'm trying to find stuff that kind of fit the vibe. So yeah, I pulled stuff from uh, other expansions and stuff packs and that just to fill it out. Because it's one of the eco lifestyle apartments. It goes with the windows that has. We're not going to get into that whole discussion about the windows. I actually love these little items from uh, country country cottage lifestyle. um, here's me kind of setting up. I figure they like having tea. Uh, so the idea was it was very wood. All the flooring that I decided to use was cement, the color cement. I think it comes from Get Famous. I'm trying to fill out the kitchen. Uh, it isn't as cluttered as what I do for some of my builds, but I kind of like the idea of those pots actually kind of matched from. I should know the sets by now. uh, but yeah, I picked out those cups. The living room, it's kind of a living room with the office in the back. And I just kept on trying to find items that fit, like I said, fit the motif that I was going for. I think that pause was when I was answering a text message. We're looking at Facebook Messenger. And yes, I used a piece of furniture from Batu. I actually kind of liked how it looked, and it kind of fit with the vibe. Get ready for some really annoyance, because I don't usually decorate and do stuff in Sims 3 mode, just because I find it a pain in the butt sometimes to readjust the camera afterwards. But I didn't want to give them a huge TV. I figured a small one would work just fine. I do eventually put up artwork on the walls and that. Here, I'm trying to look for stuff that kind of fit what I was going for. I think this is the first time I ever used that. I want to go with browns. There is color to this place. There's me putting art. I actually think I painted the walls last. I did pretty much everything white. Near the end of the video, I added a lot more decor to a few spots. And I realized the one thing that the entire build was missing is a garbage can. I just realized that now. I decided to use the shelving. I was really confused by the shoes at first. I'm like, what's wrong with them? And then I realized they were double checking that all the shoes were on the right shelf. One thing I will say I don't like about the stuff from Terror Design is when you put them together, you have to double check where everything's being put, because sometimes it's on the top of the shelf that's below it, so it's sunk into the item. And here's me putting plants in the corner. I don't use this rug that often, but I'm like, I think it works in here. Here's me trying to figure out the walls in the main parts of the build. Like I said, I used a lot of white. I do eventually go back and paint in the walls that I missed. I do that off camera. I decided to use a different set of shelves in the bathroom, even though I tried to keep the same wood colors. Eventually, I decided to take out the one side and put the toilet over there and put a bathtub in here as well. I kind of like the idea of the shower being raised up off the floor. Here's me doing the bath decorating. I eventually changed out the one towel rack when I decided to use these ones, and I see that it had a matching one, so I replaced that. Again, another issue I have is I love these shelves, so I just hate having you have to move almost all of them, or you get them clipping down below in the lower shelves. Here's where I gave up my eternal search for items. That's where I realized I moved the mirror instead of copying it. take these, I take all 4 of them, I just spread them around the room. So one of the big things, and there's no walkthrough at the end of this, I just kind of ended the video. Yes, I have vacuum stuff pack, kit pack as well. So I threw a vacuum in there. This is kind of where I start working on figuring out items. I accidentally delete the calendar and have to put it back. Because I thought I had placed that. I thought I had placed it down below the ground. And this is where I kind of decided that one of the people who live here, it's 2 people. One's works as an interior designer. So that's kind of their working area over there. I put up the digital, the digital frames that they have in the game, so that it looks like, so that you can see the before and after pictures when it's scrolling through it. If they were working there, but doing the career. I actually did that in my playthrough that I did with interior design. I had like an entire frames all throughout the build, showing usually the after photos. I do have an idea of something I want to. Now that we have this kit, I kind of want to go back to one of the Maxis builds and rebuild them. Here's where I decide to just kind of change up this and have a walk-in closet. That's the whole idea that this was. It was just an extension of the bedroom. For some reason, it just didn't want to clip onto the thing where I wanted. So I should be making another speed build next week. So leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, Susu!